Okay, namaste and good morning, and here we are again. Today is Monday, August 24th, 2015, and we will continue forward. We don't have anybody resting. Well, we possibly do have still some resting in stillness, so we don't know who's coming out or whatever because they went to stay in another place for a while. So hopefully when they come out, they will come back in and give us a progress report. That would be nice. We'd appreciate it. Anyway, let us know. We'll see what happens. They may or may not do that. Let me turn off my phone down, the ringer down, so that we don't have interruption during this. Hopefully. Okay, turn the ringer down as far as I could. So, do we feel is there any others
that want to come or
that are waiting that I've missed or whatever? Because I pulled all these out last evening, so.
There's maybe one more there. So maybe I'll go over and see what happens
see if you can
with
find.
that.
There may have been somebody else that came in.
Possibly this one. I'll put it in line and we'll see what happens. Can we just do that, or do you want to test her out?
Okay.
Some movement, huh?
Okay, yeah. So, let me see the end of the thing.
Okay.
We got a big line this morning.
A little path of rocks all lined up. Very, very cute. So grab your coffee and come join the fun here.
Come enjoy. Yes, it's another day at Satsang Central.
That's right. That's right.
Like I've tried to explain to my students. Oh, and one thing I wanted to say too, there's a wonderful video out on the Rumi and the dervish that I'm going to put up online, and it's really, really, really well done, and it's talking about the states of consciousness that one goes through on the way to realization. They have it interwoven with their when they're doing the whirling thing, and each section means something else. But if you go through the video, a little later in the video, they do talk about more of it, that it really aligns with the path as to, like I said, states of consciousness and the path that one goes through.
Kundalini.
Whether the Kundalini, the lighting of the Kundalini and the burning of the dross, everything, it goes through everything. And the states of consciousness of entering the heart and entering the stillness, the silence of mind, and then, as well as everything, they go through the whole of the path. So whether it's done through Sufi, or whether it's done through here, or whether it's done through Christian contemplative, it's the same dynamic. You pass through the same things, the same wisdom comes, the same knowledge, the same end point. No difference. Okay. So I just wanted to bring that up, that it's really a great film to watch if you want to know what the states of consciousness are and the experiences that one passes through on the way to realization. Okay. So on that note, Namaste, we're going to begin.
All right. Mountain. I'm sorry, I just get imagery that kind of starts.
That's okay.
Mountain.
like a steady mountain that's, you know, rooted to the earth. Shiva, bringing wisdom, and Leela, flowing consciousness. I'm going to ask, what are you here for? Guidance. Guidance to the one heart of all, the fountain of knowledge. So I'm asking, so what questions do you have? How can we help you? In what manner? A little more about, you know, the energy here. I'm just seeing, I am seeing some Sufi imagery. I'm seeing some of that. It could be Sufi, it could be Muslim, it could, you know, that kind of blend in that energy. He's walked in that kind of tradition for a long time. He does want to say that it is, you know, like such an incredible blend of all the energies, of the religious energies. Not to say it's the only one he's saying, but there's still something that's blocking him a bit. Like a little bit of darkness or something, that, not in a bad way, but just a blockage.
Right.
Where he feels like he hasn't fully, you know, been able to break through that, and he's still in his white with the, you know, the hat or some. He's still wearing that, so it sounds like at least my feeling is he has that in his heart.
Yes.
But it's not like it's like for him, I guess a little bit what he's saying is he wants those coverings to go now. Whatever identifications that might have come from that to be dissolved, so that that unifying force is in him.
Right.
So how do I proceed? I feel like I just see him like he's still attached or identified with that male form in those coverings. How does he dissolve that? And then that mountain I'm seeing of knowledge. How does he? What should he do from here?
Maybe just do the COS mantra, not the whole COS contemplation, but just the mantra.
Okay. And he said that sounds right to him, you know, because he feels a blend of things within that as well. And that sounds right to him. And again, he's showing a mountain, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Namaste.
Okay, first one of the day. We'll move on to this one. This one's a little, I'll just maybe show you some of the rocks, how they look, so you have a little feeling of them. This one is kind of it is a small and sweet kind of stone, and it feels like that's the energy in it. But now it's sort of bursting bigger into this light that's coming out of it. Kind of as a showing of either wanting to break out of more confinements. I think that's what it's kind of saying, you know, desiring that, to break out of anything that's enclosing that light, or keeping it in a container or identification. And then I have a picture of more of a child energy and an angel, and that is innocence, and that's what's maybe this may be holding back, or I don't know. I just get more imagery, so it's hard for me to verbalize completely, but of an angel that needs to come out of this kind of shell, and that's what humanity is. Could I see a dove, maybe a dove, you know, like peace, or, but anyway, some of that is coming through for this energy, but they are also blocked in, you know, these confinements. And it feels more bhakti to me. It feels more heart, and what I think I'm feeling a little bit. They're saying they know that the mother thing came up. I mean, that was feeling like they wanted to say that, but then they want to say, how should we address you? This one wanted to ask you.
Yeah, just G.
Okay, G. Okay. And she said, by this saying this, that this may vibrate out more so that that doesn't, come that way as much, although, they do know your name is Ganga. No. But, so G. Anyway, how do I fly? How do I fly in light? She's asking.
Mm-hmm. Just ask, to take birth with parents that will put you on continue to give you the right guidance and the right path, and just continue forward.
Mm-hmm.
Ask for to be reborn into the family that will put you on the right path and the continued guidance that you need.
Mm-hmm. And she's very taking a deep breath, like, ooh, I don't. This will kind of take its own course. Like, I don't have to be the, I guess, doer, like to try to take so much responsibility on myself and how to be right and how to be good. And grace is something different than that, I guess, in a way. I think there's a big relief there, and feeling like that was on her shoulders. Like, I'm just going to keep trying to be good and pure, and that is a burden.
Right. No, the next thing is to come back into form, and for her to continue, to continue forward in that journey, but ask to be born into the family that's going to continue her forward in the best way possible, and give her the best, the best guidance for her road of her journey.
And she's fine with coming back in form, and would like to, in whatever way, come back ready more for, I guess, with an open heart.
Right.
Ready to flow with whatever comes with that.
Yeah.
Do you suggest anything else, G?
No, that's all I suggest. Just stay in the heart and stay in that love aspect, and just be willing to come back and complete your journey.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Namaste.
Bowing. So. Okay. Got another little heart. There it is. Boy, we just have so much loving flow coming through. And I'm hearing Princess Leela. I don't know. Kind of a female.
Princess Leela.
I don't. It was just what I got initially. I just go with it, and then it opens up. It's kind of unfolds as it comes. So I just kind of am putting out what's there. Princess Leela. I think it just is saying more the female of that aspect. I don't know. Yeah, the goddess of that. Not separate though. Flowers. Lots of different, like cherry blossoms, roses. Kind of changing manifestations of flowers. Beauty. Angels. Sorry. And I'm going to just ask, what are you here for?
Yes. It's nice to have all the flowering, beauty, and angels and all.
But we're here to give guidance, so.
Yes. Let's.
And she's laughing too. She says, "I know," and she's just laughing. And she says, though she is, I feel a little similar to the one that just spoke, in wanting to. The imagery is more like doves or breaking out of confinements to fly in that vastness. guess it feels like she's ready and not ready to come back in body. A little bit of both, but she's, I'm kind of hearing the COS in there. Wondering if that's something she could use now.
Yeah, if she wants to do the COS, she's more than welcome to do the COS, but be willing to come back into embodiment, because she's going to have to do that to move forward and challenge herself in the directions and the things she needs to challenge.
Yeah, she feels a little, I don't know, something's there that is resistance there at the moment with that body manifestation, and she likes the manifestation of flowers and flying and all the pretty ethereal things, and I'm feeling like, at least this is what I'm speaking more as myself, that is ungrounding in a way for her.
That's why she needs to come back into embodiment.
Yeah,
because she's getting a little out in the ether, a little in the frou-frou.
That's right. And that's my feeling of it. It's too floaty. It's not rooted. No roots there.
Ungrounded, and that's why she needs to come back into embodiment and to be a little more grounded and have more of those experiences that will cut through and take her to where she ultimately wants to be.
Right, and I do see an image of a mountain now, like something. She's getting some of this, like there needs to be
more grounding.
More
where
earth.
She's at.
And Earth Planet, and that, and right there I see a light bulb, like that does make sense to come back in body. And when she said Earth Planet, it kind of made her feel, she needs to get some rooting, some mooring,
Right. That's the problem with some of the, like we spoke before, New Age thing. They're into a lot of affirmations and this and that, and they get very ungrounded and very floaty and very, and you need to stay rooted. You need to stay grounded, and you need to go through those experiences, not try to jump past them and put yourself somewhere else mentally that you're not going to have to, because you stymie yourself, and eventually you don't get to go forward in the way that you need to.
She said, is it like a fantasy then?
Sort of. It's you can create that. You create a new soap opera of some sort and degree, and then you live in that. You
like
create
a dream.
This dreamy movie, right? But you need to be ready to come back to reality.
Yeah, she's saying now she's kind of feeling like it has been a dream that she's created, and and it's a beautiful dream, and yet there's still pain there. Right,
it's still not going to be totally fulfilling.
Right, she said. These kind of dream states, are created, and they may feel good because for some reason, but she doesn't. She knows they're a dream.
Right. And one has to eventually wake up.
Yeah.
All of life, even when you come back into existence, this is sort of a type of a dream state in a way, but, you can have a more grounded and proceed through what you need to proceed through rather than being airy-fairy out here.
Very and I keep getting an imagery of a mountain. She's saying her way of saying, that... everything needs to be blended. You have that balance.
Right. There needs to be a balance.
And that's feeling like she's gone off somewhere into this dream. And so she was the COS for her? Yeah, I think, COS.
She can go ahead and do the COS, but remember to stay grounded.
And then opening up to this new adventure of coming back in body, she said, I will, and I see a heart. It is pink. That's okay. She is in a heart. But she's going to use that and do her best to open up her heart to what comes.
Okay. The shifts are coming in, and it's a good time to reincarnate and continue forward. If you want to make progress, this is a good time to do it.
Right, a good auspicious time right now with the energies, and so it's coming forward. Okay, here's another heart.
We've got a lot of hearts here.
And a lot of soft colors that we have, and that's okay. It is what it is right now for the most part, This one says they're laughing. They're saying they're not real fluffy.
not a fluffy one.
And I'm seeing little pink slippers, and they're laughing. They're saying they're not those fluffy little bunny rabbit slippers or something. So that was cute, and they're laughing. They're saying we do have a sense of humor.
Yes, Spirit has a sense of humor. So.
They're saying we do, and this one knows that was brought up somewhere. I don't know, maybe the person said that.
Exactly, and yes, the other side does have a sense of humor. Of
It's
course, God has a sense of humor.
The universe does.
Look at creation.
Right.
Look at zebras and giraffes, and I mean,
there's a lot of fun in it. Let's face it.
There is a
lot. There's
lot
fun.
of
There's play. There's
a lot of humor,
jokes, and they're saying it's no different here. Why would it be different here?
It is not different.
No, and I think
one just passes from a more corporeal body to a more etheric body. That's all.
They're saying, and I'm seeing mountain now. Those fluffy slippers are dissolving, but they're showing him with bunnies on them. Anyway, and there's a mountain there behind that. So it's got some rivers flowing from it and off of it, but so what did you come here for? Drawn here through grace. They're a substantial being. I see someone in meditation that's very heavy and grounded. I mean, maybe male, but grounded in earth, rooted consciousness. And so what are your questions for us? They're not sure. It feels to me like they're not fully done. There's an embodiment of something still. I think that's why I'm maybe seeing that heavy body. I think they've done a lot of meditation and a lot of communing with Spirit, God, but there's something that has not come to that non-dual.
Right, they haven't totally laid down and surrendered 100%.
And I do see that. I guess what is it? The pranams, or where you're laying fully on the floor and saying no, not yet, no, not yet.
Right.
And there's some fear there.
Yeah. But nothing is lost in the end. Nothing is lost. A lot of people go and they want the knowledge and stuff, but it's like they don't want the direct experience. They want to have a little objective, kind of like
an understanding versus...
An understanding, like, what was the name of the one that India, very well known, said he wanted to... wanted to taste the sugar, not be the sugar.
I see him. He's Kali.
Yes. Kali. He was a Kali devotee. And he said he liked to have that, duality, and he wanted to taste the sugar, not be the sugar. So he had a quick glimpse of the, of the absolute and what it is.
Rama. It's almost there.
It'll come eventually.
It'll pop in.
Anyway, but so it's like more of, not direct, not the direct yet. Yeah.
And he does understand that, and I do see kind of a split of what you're saying, like the sugar here in a body, more taking that in versus dissolving fully into that presence.
Right.
And he's lived that way for a long time.
Right.
A long time. Long time.
Long time.
And a lot, and a lot of I just keep seeing this, like I say, man in a lotus position, big. I mean, rooted though, grounded, and there is knowledge there. And there is a lot of wisdom there, but there's thoughts there,
Right, but it's still dualistic.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, it's still dualistic and more into the Shakti and more into the manifestation of the tantric type of stuff.
More, yes, and I think that's why, I don't know, I did see, when I think of tantric, I did see maybe something more darker on him in terms of coloring. I don't know. Does that
Yeah,
have to
the
have been a
tantra is
tantra?
not always dark.
Not that it's dark.
It's
Not
not
that
dark.
that's dark. But I didn't know more. I'm just saying it's not a real light, fluffy color.
Right.
It's
right.
a rich,
more rich,
earthy,
grounded.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by that.
Okay.
And so I guess he's feeling like this, maybe the COS for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. He's more than welcome to do the COS.
Okay. Okay. I think he has a little sadness of letting go of this.
Yeah, there's nothing. Trust me, you're not going to lose anything.
I think I don't know if people looked up to him like this. I don't know. But, you know, he wants to dissolve, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing is lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And
Yeah.
he's
There's still, you know, once you go into the absolute, you come out to the other side, you still see the play of Shakti. You still see it, but you're looking at it from another reality, and it's just as beautiful, if not more so, than what you're experiencing now.
He got very still from that.
Good.
Okay. So we'll just move him along.
Mm-hmm.
And what's up our next little rock? Oops, excuse me. Tethered. I just it's coming tethered. Tethered to. I'm seeing like another kind of world or earth tethered maybe to his other life. Kind of like there's a rope there that's still attached to that. He's kind of here, and then there's a rope,
right.
And then there's the other solid world tethered there. How do I float away? Like there's a boat. You almost see a boat that needs to be, you know, unhooked from there so he can move forward.
And what is the realm he's attached to?
It sounds like some kind of physical, maybe his other life, his just the past life before.
Mm-hmm.
He's still kind of tethered there. He's kind of, you know, not in it anymore, but he's still attached there. He wants to be unmoored. He wants to float away into the sunset.
I think he needs to just open himself to guidance from others that are there.
Okay.
On that side of existence, there are some there that can give him guidance, and I think he would best be to ask for that door to be opened, because they could speak with him a little more and find out exactly what all is going through.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, there are some Sufi masters and other masters here that could better address to him than I could.
Okay,
because we don't have time to take to his whole
go
existence.
through the whole thing. Okay.
Right.
So we have this next one.
I have no problem passing them along if somebody else can help them better than what I can do at this point.
And that part is what we need to do.
Yeah. And,
to get that flowing there more too would be a good thing.
Our other guy here is just, he's going to be here for a while. So I'm going to ask him to be in stillness to go into the cave. And I'm going to run and see where Raj is at. He's
I hear
somewhere,
that barking out there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Let me go see why he's yapping and he got shut somewhere. Rocky, he's on the couch, and you know him. He doesn't want to go down the stairs. He gets nervous, and he wants to be in here. And so here he is.
Okay.
Mr. Raj.
There he is. Okay.
Onward. So sorry about the interruption.
Yep. Okay, this one's just a fountain with water, and come to seek your guidance, G. Something about an incident that happened in the other life. It sounds like it involved a child. I see her holding maybe a child in her arms, and the child somehow, something happened to the child, and that child died, and some accident. And I do see kind of a bird flying away, like that's that child, and she's still aching for that child, and wondering, as far as grief goes, what can you help me with that? Because I miss that child in that form. I know that child has changed forms, but I miss that child so much.
If you open your heart and you let go of the grief, you'll be able to experience that child in the realm where you're at now.
You know, and
although you won't see them as a child, you will see them in the way they want to present to you. But you'll be able to commune and find out that they're absolutely fine and absolutely safe, and continuing their journey. And they can share that with you, so you can let go of that.
You know, and that was the flash I just got. In fact, more that bird, that flying away, or angel, that, and it just got to, almost I'm laughing, like, well, I could do that here. Why am I, I could do that here.
You can do that here, but you just got to let go of the grief and let go of being in that box you put yourself in, and open and ask, to be reunited on this side with them and see that they're fine, so you can continue your journey.
Is that okay to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the image that I saw was just, more light, like her as mother, but the child was this kind of white bird or angel. They were blending, and it was moving forward.
Yeah.
I saw that. It was very quiet, and so.
Once she sees that this child, the energy is still alive and still nothing has happened, it's quite fine on the other side and continuing its journey, she can let go of that and be willing to move forward in her own. Because otherwise it's keeping her stuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She is thanking you by showing, like, there's a man and a woman, and she's holding a baby, and it's showing one heart, like one light coming from them, and that's her way of thanking you.
Okay. So. Excellent.
Another not so fluffy pink thing, I guess.
It is. I'm in a pink stone, but I'm not a fluffy pink.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty substantial spirit again. I guess this one sounds like they've been really connected with nature, and that's mostly how they've done their path, and watching those changing elements in nature and things, and kind of ready to move forward. And Sam or something maybe is this energy's name, and so male, and connected with all the, like I say, nature elements, and drawn out a little bit from that, I guess, outward, not really hasn't been able to, I guess, maybe externalize too much. I don't know, but something about, unifying again, and maybe seeking to have some kind of piercing, cutting, wants more of a cutting energy, to really wants to cut through whatever is there that maybe, is keeping him bound to He's not sure really, sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
But he'd like to break through, whatever. It sounds like he's a little not sure what's there that's holding him back.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, if he wants to break through, then my suggestion is the morning mantras.
He just feels so happy with that, like almost like I'm seeing a sword, like he wanted something sharp. He doesn't want to wait with anything. Like that's partly
all the Kali mantras and the morning mantras. The Kali mantras would aid him with that.
He's saying that's why he chose the fluffy stone, but he was hoping it was his way of saying I don't want any of the fluff. I just want to cut. I want to burn. Right. I want to get done.
If you want the cutting, then that's
okay. He's ready. He's really ready.
Those would be the ones to do that.
And I do see Kali in her sword. He said, "I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Thank you." So.
Okay. Is there someone that can give him the? I don't know if the morning mantras are there. They're not as.
I don't think it's as prevalent.
No.
As a COS. So that might. I could ask him if he could get it from me, or I don't know.
Or he can hang around till the end and we can play them.
Okay, perfect.
He can, if you just hang around to the end, we'll play those for you.
Thank you.
So.
Okay. So with this, I'm just kind of hearing that more life on the planet that we live is hard. It's just hard being in body. It's hard traversing this realm, and he almost says hats off to you, because for those that move forward into the light, because it's a really hard way to go, and he understands it does have left-handed blessings to it.
Right.
He just wants to say kind of hats off to you.
Oh, thank you
for that. And he's out of body, but he's it sounds like he's pretty much made of light, and it kind of can make his own choices whenever, and
right.
And then he's fine with that. And I guess it was more of a message of being on this earth, as hard as it is with all the troubles here, is an opportunity, and that you were right in speaking this way. And it can take you to really hard places, but know that there's always opportunity, and just please embrace those. He just wants to put that out there.
Right.
Otherwise, he's fine. It's just fine.
In every experience, I just want to say this with that, in every experience there's a seed of light and a seed of dark, and one has to gravitate to the seed of light within it. That's all.
He's saying yes, and thank you for, doing this work. So
thank you for coming and sharing that.
Yep.
Yeah, those messages are always appreciated.
Yeah,
so thank
just
you
a confirmation.
for coming, Raji.
Okay, so this, and I know there's a lot of fluff, but I'm seeing a tree with flowers and light and dissolving into light, and pure rain and these kinds of things. But it is a nature form, or so. I don't know if it's a body. I feel like it's more of a nature energy.
Nature sprite or something like that.
Yeah, something that's more of nature, and wanting to just again show through imagery of the cycles of nature and how they cleanse, and they're meant to cleanse, and also bring renewal and new growth, and it's a nature energy.
Right.
It's showing, all the snow.
There's life and consciousness in all of them. Whether it's nature and trees have a consciousness. They have whether it's a rock, a tree, whatever, or beings. They all have. Absolutely.
And this one isn't able to verbalize. I'm feeling it's just through imagery.
Right.
Of this beauty, and to know that this beauty exists in your spirit.
Right.
and I'm just seeing some green sprouting, and it kind of conveying that's coming now, this green tender shoots, you know, and that's in your spirit, you know, kind of feeling. So be with that. Don't be out in worry and fear. It's just kind of the feeling I'm getting of it.
Right.
And that's all. I just wanted to convey
Time of
that.
new growth for everything.
And that's the feeling of it.
Time
New
of
sprouting
new growth.
shoots,
Yeah.
and just wait, just be present. You kind of feeling. So.
Right. So thank you for visiting. Nature
Boy,
sprites. Never did I think we would have nature sprites, but you never know what's going to come
I've
through.
never heard that word.
You've never heard of nature sprites? Yeah, nature
Like a
sprites.
spirit?
Sort of like a nature spirit. They call them nature sprites.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's okay. We don't know.
We don't.
I'm just conveying what's coming forward. You know, enjoy it for what it is, and you know, it's good. It's all positive, loving stuff. What can you say? Anyway, we're next. This one has a bit of more thunder and lightning, and I think there's some disharmony in it, but not that it wants to be. Just saying that they're in some kind of turmoil within. Okay. And they liked that nature sprite. Can you come and be with me? No, because they're in more of a turmoil.
Right. I'd like to have that new growth and new awakening. Yeah.
They love that nature sprite. So anyway, you know, and they're wondering how to. They don't feel like they've really. They're just kind of stuck in this turmoil. I just see some lightning too, where it's.
And what's it connected to? Getting anything about
depression.
That? About what?
Depression.
Depression from what?
Really pretty. This feels more like an energy of depression. Sadness, depression. Gosh, I can't feel exactly what it's coming from. Just being stuck there, you know, and yeah, I'm not getting anything else.
Yeah, one has to be willing to open up to moving beyond that depression, you know, and opening and taking baby steps and finding in your life or in your existence, wherever you are, what I've always given my students to do is to make a diary, or, you know, to keep the 3 things at least that you're grateful for each day. And you have to open to a gratitude to be willing to get rid of the depression and be willing to dance with life. Now, if you like the nature sprite and things, you might want to open yourself to nature and be willing to see the beauty in that.
And I am seeing more lightness. Just by you speaking, I see kind of a ray of light. And
but you have to open yourself to it and allow that to be, rather than focusing on the depressive and keep drawing yourself deeper and deeper and deeper into that. You have to be willing to open and then see the beauty and go towards the positive things, the positive thoughts, the positive.
It sounds like you're very helpful, because I'm seeing some shifting, and it was more like she needed permission, whatever energy's there, because I don't know, I guess they felt this was part of that. I don't know.
It's not part of you. It's not part of you.
It's what they were, you know.
Right, and it's never what you are. What it is you've adopted some things from whatever life you were in, and didn't find your way out of it, and just, you know, on the pity party, I call it the pity party bandwagon, and you get yourself stuck in this morose state. But you don't have to remain there. You can open yourself to more positive things and begin to look, and if you enjoyed the nature, then spend the time with nature and see things that you're grateful for. And if you can open to gratitude and the beauty you can then let go of the other stuff and put your focus in your mind in there versus the morose.
And just the image I'm getting is a little bit of sprouting and just showing that there's hope there. And
right, and so go into that greenness, see the beauty of that green, and let that flood your being, that green, that nature, that beauty, that renewal.
And it sounds like this person has a good heart, but they really were weighed down by this for whatever reason, and they almost felt like it was who they were, and they know of nature and its cycles, but they just, I guess they needed permission, like something.
And it's exactly, you don't need to stay stuck there. That's not who and what you are. You are that divine light of being, that light of all lights.
Yeah,
okay?
Thank you. They felt like that belonged to someone else.
No. That's what gives you life. That infinite being of light is within your heart, or you would have no life. So open to that light.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're not that darkness. That darkness is the lie. Okay.
And then lastly, I'm seeing that lightning bolt kind of saying, can I have the mantras? What do you think?
Let me see which would be best. Yeah, she can have the COS would be better.
Okay.
The cutting is not good for them at this point.
At this point, might
the COS
be too much.
The COS is much better, much lighter for them. She doesn't need a cutting. She needs something that's
kind of balancing.
And more nature, and that one goes towards more to nature.
She's saying, thank you. I don't know what's best for myself, and I'm going to take that, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Namaste.
I'm just going to put out there what words I'm getting at. We'll open up from there. So I'm getting timeless. Timeless. And again, scented, fragrance, beauty, love, life. So, what are you here for? Can't tell if it's help others or help herself fully yet. Both, maybe. Knowing that if I help myself, I can help others.
Yes.
This is what I understand, and I guess maybe she's tried to help her. She sounds like more she help herself too much by herself, and in needing maybe like her, her own teacher again, kind of thing, and just needing something more than that,
So since you're there, just open the door and just ask from the heart for the best teacher for you in this present time. And I'm sure there is somebody there on the other side that can aid you. Just open yourself to that. If you open yourself and you ask for the teacher will come.
And she's feeling now, since you said that, she's like more aware that there's teachers around. Like, I don't know. It's just an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Helped her to become aware of that and like open her heart and feeling like maybe, it was the openness that did not allow. She wasn't as like.
Right. You have to ask and you have to be open. They're not going to impose themselves upon you. Whether you're in this planet or you're in the other world, doesn't matter which plane of existence you're in. You have to be open to having that teacher, and you have to ask for that.
Yeah.
And when you ask for that and you open yourself, then the teacher will be there. They will come.
She just got that now, that being your own teacher and not opening to that keeps that away or something.
Exactly. You've closed the door to it yourself.
She didn't realize that till now. She said it wasn't her fault, right? I mean,
no, it's not her fault. It's like I said, it's comes out of that ignorance, that you just don't know, and so everything is a learning process. And so now that you know, now you can then open yourself and say, please, universe, send me the teacher that would best serve me.
And she's saying she is feeling more richness that's here on her, wherever realm or wherever. She's feeling some of the teachers that have come through. She's feeling some of that Sufi energy, but not just that. Just, you know, she'll wait because she doesn't know what's right in there. But she's starting to feel those energies that are about that are very beautiful and just right. And you should just kind of sit with that.
Yeah. And that's all you have to do is ask for the right teacher and for the right thing for your growth, and they will show up.
Thank you so much.
Okay. When the student is ready, the teacher will come.
You gotta be ready, right?
You gotta be ready.
That's the part. That,
you have to be ready, and you have
receptive.
You have to be receptive and open to that. If you're not, and this is what some of the other, the masters and things the other side were saying. It's just like here, when you pass, you leave out of form, you're still in the same drama you were in when you were here. And you have to open, you have to ask for that light.
It's no different than here.
It's no different. Mm-hmm. Just because you pass on the other side doesn't mean something's going to impose itself on you. You have free will.
It's amazing. I mean, people think, it's some big heavenly and it's all dispersed. Like, it's not. It's really very similar to here.
Yeah, very similar.
Just so interesting.
Yeah, when people leave here and they're in that a bunch of drama and stuff, they create a hell realm for themselves. And it's not that God's putting you in the hell realm. Due to the fact you have free will, you're free to create it if you want and remain in that hell realm.
Right. Always, if you choose, for however long you choose to be in it, and you can come out of it at any time as well.
Exactly.
And that's
you can open the door.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this was the new one, right? Or was this?
No, there's two more.
Is this new or?
Yeah, I think that's new.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. Okay.
The next.
Next, and there's three more. Yeah, I see. Okay, onward. I'm just asking, so what is your name and why are you here? Just right away got Priscilla or something, and might just kind of start these kinds of starting points, what I get. Priscilla of the Night. I'm sorry. I know it's entertaining, if anything, but Priscilla of the Night, dressed in earth. And so what would you like, what do you need here from us? Again, I guess some worry about the earth, and hearing renewal and just wanting to, it's another thing like a blessing, and that, again, wanting to speak to this change coming forward, that it is in motion, and it will draw away more any I always hate to use the word negative because I think and this is me speaking, but draw away things that may be keeping away this renewal. Draw that away and kind of absorb it and just make way for this new growth. Just kind of seeing some sprouting of green, and this one is more of nature, and I don't know body or not. I feel a body, but it does feel like they're clothed in nature. I don't know. And the imagery is a body that's clothed in kind of soil, and then there's sprouts from it, like that is in you too, that this renewal. And they're like fertilizer or something, I don't know, in good ways, and to help. I know this sounds funny, but it's through imagery what it's saying, and to help this bloom, and they feel like they've been made into this kind of nourishment, I guess, for this renewal, but they are like, I still see a body, so I don't know what that's about. Maybe I think what they're saying to come more, it sounds again more like a message, like the purifying so that there's more translucent this light can emanate through bodies more, through people.
And it's more grounded.
Grounded in earth.
Energy.
That's right.
Maybe more grounded energy since things are coming in.
And that's it. And it sounds like, again, it's more of a message. And they said they know of the COS and something about they're glad the mantras are coming. And I do see, as she brought up the COS and that, I do see more greenery coming out. Like,
nice.
That's a beautiful thing. And like fertilizer too, and nourishment. So that's all.
Appreciate the message. Thank you.
I don't know.
Yeah, because we have no idea what this shift is going to be taking place and things. Where you're as quickly privy to it as we are.
Absolutely.
Ourselves.
It's like an unfolding thing. It's not a thing that we even know, And so it's a mystery too. So anyway.
So we all just wait and see. And it comes when it comes, but it should be rapidly approaching.
It feels that
Seems
way.
like things are really
changing.
amping up in the other realms, and then it just takes time to come into the,
right,
it sounds like it's already
more here,
happening
but it's in
the
motion.
ethers.
Right.
And then it just
Coming
needs to solidify and come to more of the corporeal
That sounds right
level.
to me too, that
Yeah.
it's in motion here, but starting and then in motion and will manifest in whatever way, but it is happening. It's in motion. Okay, so
that's good. It is starting and it is in motion. So
boy, stars against a black night. COS is that way, so speaks of stars.
Yes.
Speaks of stars, and they like that. That's just the beginning of this, but
pinpoints of light.
Yes, they love that part, and they're showing me the stars against a black night, and each star has its own beauty and its individuality, but it is in one essence.
Right.
That's what that meant. So I think they want to say thank you, and that's all.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that was nice and easy.
I don't know if they wanted the COS. I didn't quite. I think they're okay.
Yeah, they probably have had it, and they've seen it, and they know it, and
they feel like that's. Yeah, I got it. So
they got it rapidly.
They're that. So I'm okay. Anyway, boy, the COS. Woo, baby.
Well, it's traveling much more rapidly, apparently, over there than it is here. So, but we'll
Little
take
did
that.
you know, right?
We'll take that.
Little did you know.
No idea that was going to take place. But,
I love it. Anyway, and I do see that etched in my mind now, and like a hooray again.
Mm-hmm.
So, Palestine. I see some older buildings.
Palestine?
That's what I'm hearing.
Palestine.
Palestine, ancient. So that's why I'm getting just some older, buildings. I don't know. Just it looks like a very ancient place, and I see a body walking down a path.
Mm-hmm.
They're walking, and
old Palestine.
yeah, I think they're just reflecting that right now. Is that is where they feel like their homeland is.
Mm-hmm.
Something, and then they do aware of wars and things, and something like that. But, what do you need from us? And, I get a little to be made pure, but, something about the Holy Bible.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't quite.
They're old Christian.
Okay. Yes, they say.
They must have been a follower of Christ.
They're saying yes.
Old Palestine, yes.
And Holy Bible. I'm seeing a picture of a Bible, but it's old. It's kind of their way of saying yes, it is older. They've studied that.
Probably more in Old Testament times. And things.
It's feeling that way.
Yeah,
you know.
Old Testament times.
A lot of it, a lot of complexity.
Were they with Christ directly or no?
Are they with Christ?
No, were they with Christ directly?
Oh, I see what you're saying. You know, I'm feeling maybe Jesus or Christ.
Were they with Yeshua ben Joseph? At that time, he wasn't called Jesus. He's Yeshua ben Joseph.
You know, there's a bit of a feeling of it that's around or something about that.
Yeah, he's not a direct disciple.
And I'm glad you're saying it because you're better than...
Yeah.
Something about that feels right for this person or about all that's been spoken and, you know, whatever puzzle's there to put this energy together. But something they just, again, you know, something about the Travis, like the Christ journey, I guess, and that cross and the surrender, and I guess they're still aching for that, kind of aching or something.
Yeah, and all they have to do, have they asked for Christ to come to them directly to teach them?
They say yes, and they felt like that's been like a spring of, I guess, kind of wonderment, but also it sounds like yes, but they haven't surrendered. They're stuck on the cross thing, like that. Not they're stuck, but on that happened to Christ and what that.
Oh, and so that fear is keeping the door closed
that's
from
what they're
Christ.
saying. They're saying they're stuck with that.
Yeah.
Torture.
And Christ has risen. He's no longer in that torture. So if they want to, they can access Christ directly. I'm sure that Christ would be more than happy to come and teach them directly.
And they're saying, wow, I mean, I just never even thought of that.
Yeah, no, Christ is risen and Christ is in the other realms and he can come to any realm at any time. All you have to do is open your heart to that and ask him.
They just were so stuck with that
part
of it.
That part of it. And that fear kept that door closed from moving forward. But there's nothing to fear. Christ himself said there's nothing to fear.
And he was reborn.
He's reborn, yeah.
He was reborn, they're crying. So,
yeah.
Is that true of our spirits?
He was reborn, but he didn't have to come back into embodied state. He is there. Mm-hmm. He is 100% spirit, and he can be there with you immediately. And
the feeling is there is more of some dissolving of that picture of the cross as much. Mm-hmm. Maybe, I don't know if it had to do with what's behind, I don't know. Something connected this soul here like that. Mm-hmm. Not in a bad way. Yeah. Some dissolving of that imagery of that torture and of the body. And they're saying we're not the body.
We're not the body. Ask for the risen Christ.
You could do anything to the body, but you can't touch our spirit.
Exactly. So ask the risen Christ to come to you and to teach you, and you can be there. I'm sure he will be more than happy to impart everything to you.
And saying thank you, and I will certainly do that. I will drink heartily
do that
from
now. Yeah, don't even wait. Do that now.
I am getting an imagery of like Jesus more holding out arms, just the wide and open arm. Like risen from that, like that other is gone, and this is, what remains is this, and then I see another sort of light there by it. So it's a way of saying I'm doing that, and I'm feeling nourished by that, and I didn't know, I was so stuck in that one part of it, and I didn't really get into the other side. I was just hurting, aching for that happened, Thank you so much. And they're just sighing. I can see kind of that energy of Jesus Christ or whatever holding that light.
Mm-hmm. And so he's with Christ now.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah. So be with Christ, and Christ will explain the whole thing to you.
They are saying amen.
Amen.
Bye. So, there we go. Oh, one more hiding behind.
Yeah, one last one
Okay.
hiding in the.
Daisy, we can't put the closed sign up yet.
No closed sign yet.
Does that ever happen? I don't know.
It's never really closed.
No, I was going to say, can you ever close a door on this
Can't
thing? You
close the
can't.
door,
Believe
no.
me, that's the truth.
You
It's
try to hide, but
silly
they will
thing to even
find you.
say, and that's exactly what I thought. You're not going to get away from anything here.
Oh, I see why they probably. Because I've got the Christ on the cross there.
Because I was wondering, because that's not there.
No.
So where that was coming
No,
from.
they're probably from the.
Right.
I'm wearing that.
But it ended up being
Yeah.
such a nice thing. So.
Yeah. So it was a good thing. They were
Absolutely,
drawn,
yeah.
and now they're with Christ, and said that's all you can ask for. You can't get better than that.
Can't beat that.
Can't get a better teacher than Christ.
Can't beat that.
So
And you
that's
just
good.
have to, again, I think what we're seeing is that permission, they don't know how to open the door, they
Right.
haven't opened the door, and that's all it takes.
And that's what you get. You get stuck in something, and you just keep replaying that.
Yeah.
It's like an old tape, and you need to be able to cut that tape to move forward.
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
So much, and all is needed is just, yes, you can move out
Yeah,
of it.
it's such a simple but such a difficult thing at the same time for
Exactly, it is.
others.
It
But
is.
they have to understand and have the permission sometimes to do that, to go forward.
That's the reality. That's what we're seeing, and I think the energy too, is the light is helpful. So it is hard if you do kind of keep yourself isolated or whatever. But so, perfection, reality. Namaste.
Namaste.
I'm kind of feeling like they've journeyed along this path with us a little bit. They're not embodied.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know them in body, but they've kind of come along for the ride. Like been on this path that you've created that is so unprecedented, and they've kind of. Is it okay that they've kind of sat and kind of felt like they listened and kind of trying to walk it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Is that
No
okay?
teacher is ever going to turn a student away that comes in sincerity. Absolutely.
I'm saying thank you, G. Thank you, Siddhananda. And they've done that, and they've seen you come forward as a light, and how you've carved this path out, and your difficulties there, and they've just wanted to be a part of it. They just enjoy the practices you've given, and they do. And is it okay for me to say some of the practices they do, or no?
Yeah, what
Om
practices?
that I am.
Mm-hmm.
They do I am that I am.
Okay.
They like that breaking down of barriers and things, and they've been using that. They wanted to make sure that they felt like you wouldn't mind if they
No,
did
the
that.
Om that I am and the I am that I am are given to anybody. Anyone
He said he didn't
can
want to be
use that.
sneaky,
Yeah, no, I'm glad you came forward.
but they something about it feels like maybe some Kundalini may have awoke through being on this path.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of feeling that's in the energetic form of the spirit of this person, and I don't know if it has some kind of hearing Kriyas, but I'm kind of hearing other things. Anyway, or that is to come in them. I don't know, but and now they're hearing the mantras. Is that okay for them?
Yeah, I would start with the COS. And then as you progress later, when you get ready to really cut through things, then we move on to the called the morning mantras, the Kali mantras. But start with the COS into the expansion, and then once we get to that point, then we do the cutting.
And it's this one saying they certainly know of those things are out there. They have done their best not to let that penetrate, but being on the path, some of those energies have penetrated.
Yeah. And
Is
that's
that
fine.
okay?
That's fine. Absolutely.
They didn't take it and do it, but their feet, since they're connected with this, they do feel the vibration of it in them.
And that's quite fine.
Okay, because they say, and they do want to say that connection is, that transmission. If you're on this path, whatever practices you do, you feel the energy of all of the transmission of it, you know. And they feel that. They feel how potent that is, and it's balanced. It's balanced. It's balanced. But they're so grateful. They just came right to this path when it opened up. So.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Namaste.
Namaste.
Bye. I think
So
we're done.
that's it for today. And so thank you those that have come and enjoyed this satsang and this path. And we will go ahead and close this out now because we have some mantras to give to someone waiting here. So anyway, thank you, namaste, and hope all is well with all out there.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.